Here's an example of a question which would be about number 4 difficulty out of 25 on the AMC 10. Suppose you have a rectangle whose length is 24 and whose height is 17. The top edge of the rectangle is divided into 3 segments of 2, 18, and 4. What is the ratio of the shaded area which is outside of this trapezoid to the area of the rectangle? Let's do this in 2 ways. The first way is brute force, where we just find out the shaded area. In this problem, let's remember that the height is 17. So if the height is 17, the area of the 2 triangles added together is 1/2 base times height plus 1/2 base times height. And we're supposed to calculate this and divide it by the area of the whole rectangle. The brute force way would be to just simplify. And this is 17 plus 2 times 17, which is 17 plus 2 times 17, which is 3 17s. And again, I've chosen the numbers in a way where I can introduce these common numbers that appear when we multiply small integers, 51. Okay? So if you also ever see 51, now you also hopefully remember 51 is 3 times 17. Now I need to take this and divide by the entire area of the whole rectangle. So I take 51 divided by, here I have length 24, height 17, 24 times 17. Interesting. I multiplied by 17, but now I'm dividing by 17. So actually this would give me 3 over here, and I get 3 over 24, which is 1 over 8, which is the answer to the question. Now I want to show you another way of seeing this. Whenever I look at a question like this, I actually sometimes want to see if I can do the whole thing in my head with a nice logical explanation. And here's what I'll do. Actually, this 17 is not important at all, because as we saw, it was going to be divided anyway. Another way to think of this is, let's not calculate the ratio of the shaded area to the rectangle. Let's double the shaded area. By doing this, I'm going to turn each of these into a rectangle by adding the green area on it. Now, let's calculate the area of the shaded and the green part divided by the area of the entire rectangle. Now this is easy because the shaded and the green part together have a combined base of 6 if I took this and I moved it over to here. And so if I'm looking at the shaded and the green part together, I will have 6 out of 24 of the area, because the whole length is 24 and here is 6 of it. But remember, that's if I had both of them together. And the reason I drew these pictures is because it's very clear that I doubled the area to get from the triangles that are black to the triangles that are to add on the triangle that is green. So the answer to this should be half, because I only want half of that. And this simplifies. 6 over 24 is 1/4 times 1/2 is 1/8. The tip on this question is when you see triangles and you're doing ratios, sometimes it can be useful to double the triangles, get rectangles, and then those are easier to move around. Because anyway, that is actually the reason why the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. It's because you can double any triangle to make a rectangle. If it happens to be an obtuse triangle, you might need to move a little bit, but the general idea with this 1/2 part is that with a triangle, you're always able to flip out, or you're able to move across. And in the end, with these kinds of questions, we can then even do them in our heads.